Welcome to a very special edition of In the Bleachers with Dave McCray. Want to mention to everybody in Merrimack that lost power during Sandy that we feel for you. We hope that things are going to work out, and that lean on your neighbors. It's a really good time to get to know your neighbors and to reach out and help other people, because that's how we're all going to get through this thing. But anyway, while we're all hunkering down and really enjoying basking in the afterglow of a 45-7 win last week, we have a bye week. So Dave and I thought it would be a good idea to check the vault and look at some of the old footage that we used to have back in the day when we did the show, when we were winning Super Bowls on a regular basis. So please enjoy what we've put together with the help of Adam and Chris and Nick and all the good folks up here at Merrimack TV. What we'll call In the Bleacher Classics. I guess we'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoy it. See you next week.
I'd like to welcome you all to another edition of In the Bleachers as we sit here. It's either September 5th or 6th, depending on who you believe.
Better believe me.
We're getting ready for the football season. In fact, when you see this, Peyton Manning will have already lost his first game of the year.
Oh, how sweet is that?
Oh, that's nice. First, I'd like to welcome our two connoisseurs of football. They didn't know I spoke French.
Connoisseur, huh?
Yeah. The coach.
How you doing, Merrimack?
And Mike Malzone.
Football time.
Now, as some of you may be aware, the Fly was here last week. And
Scotty.
in a few weeks, Nicole Ritchie will be replacing either me or Mike Malzone. And what we're going to find out is we're going to ask votes for who you would like it to be the permanent replacement when one of us is out, Nicole Ritchie or the Fly.
Oh, kind of like when Johnny Carson went down and
Exactly.
Leno and okay.
We're
Yeah.
auditioning.
Big
Can I
stuff.
vote now?
Yeah.
You gonna vote the Fly in, I hope? Yeah, he's a great guest.
Yeah, the
He's a
Fly.
great guest. I mean,
We
he's
may have a
very-
place for Nicole Ritchie somewhere else.
Well,
But
you
the-
always seem to have her in mind, Dave. I don't know. You bring her up an awful lot.
Well,
How does Rita feel about that?
I don't know, but I've been to 8 Buffalo Bill football games with Scotty, and he's never made it inside the
He's
stadium.
never made it
to
inside
one.
the stadium. That is a truism.
Well, let's get rolling, Coach.
All right. Well, can you believe it, folks? It's the first week is upon us, and we've got a great,
Baby, we're
we've got a
back.
great opponent. Actually, a terrible opponent, but a great AFC East matchup. I guess I meant to say.
Like Appalachian State. What could go wrong?
Boy, 2 seconds on that. Is that the upset of the
That is
century,
the
of this
upset.
short century that we're talking about, 2000 to current? Clearly, this century.
They go from being number 4 to off the top 25.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, Tom Brady couldn't be happy about that, huh?
No.
Big Blue went down big time. But in any case,
Can I give my 2 cents?
please,
I
2 or
don't
3
care.
cents.
It's college.
It is college.
Let's talk NFL.
All right, my friend. It's a no college zone here.
No college.
Great point. Great
He's
point.
a very smart man.
Well, if we go the board, we
Mr.
can
Fuji.
we can show we can show that we're back. And once again, we've got Dave, we've got the coach,
Oh, the coach.
and we've got our famous friend, the Blade.
Mr. Fuji.
But-
The oh,
But
the
I
boss.
was asked to upgrade my graphics by Mr. McCray, and for our Spanish friends, we've put some Spanish signs in there. The Spanish for Blade is El Bastardo Miserable.
Nice.
Now, some
Oh,
people
that is
say
nice.
that's the miserable bastard, but no, it's the Blade. I've checked
It
this
is
out.
and I've also checked that, Coach.
So this week's show, we'll real quickly run through the 4 quarters. We'll have Pat's preview. We'll talk about this upcoming season. Then we'll have the Fab Four, which was a big plus last year. We identify 4 games in the upcoming NFL week. We all take a pick at it, which starts the week.
They're always televised game.
They're always televised
For the new
games.
viewers.
We try to keep people watching the game, so
Yep.
there's some interest in it, Mike. Great point. And again, usually when we all agree in a Fab Four, pretty much take it to the bank.
That's a lock.
Then, of course, halftime. We'll then have third quarter and what will be a weekly segment of Shula Must Go. And what
And we know where he should go.
he needs to go from the Hall of
Hall of
Fame.
Fame.
And anyone that saw last week's show saw how passionate me and Dave were about.
Oh, he's
and
demanding
clearly,
disgrace.
my brother is just incensed with this. He's on a mission. He goes on
Yes.
the Dolphins website every
Well
week.
deserved. The guy's been a cheater for years.
But it's factual, and what we'll do is we'll bring these facts to evidence and maybe get him kicked out by the end of the year. That's our goal. And of
I
course,
also want to mention that no one has ever to this day saw Jeffrey Dahmer and Don Shula in the same place at the same time.
makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. And then, right, of course, fourth quarter, everyone's favorite, touchdown or fumble.
Love it. Missed it, Coach.
It's
good
been
to
a
be
long
back.
time. So let's
Coach,
jump
get
right
on your
into it.
bicycle, baby.
We're going to talk about Pat's preview, and I think when you
Look
talk
at
about the Patriots.
graphics this week, Mr.
Oh,
I wanna-
what are you
Thank
doing?
you, sir.
Thanks, fellas.
Jesus.
Thanks. My kids have been showing me different things on the computer.
Man.
So what we got is a full-way cloverleaf, if you will, of offense, of defense, of special
Is
teams.
that Rodney Harrison?
That is Rodney
He's
Harrison.
looking pumped, isn't he?
He is pumped. Well, artificially maybe.
Human
No.
growth hormone.
And of course, coaching. And when you put all those together, I think, fellas, that equals number 4.
It is number 4.
Honestly,
Number 4.
should have been ours last year. And I can't watch this Thursday night because I'll be nauseous.
Really? It's still to this day holding. Well, here's this week's schedule,
Let's
or
look
this year's schedule. And I know last week everyone gave me a hard time about having really small print, so to hell with all of you. Here, try to read that. Oh, welcome to another edition of In the Bleachers without Dave McCray, I guess. We were expecting Dave to return. Last week he was detained, I guess is the word we'll use, and wasn't able to make the show. We were expecting to see him this week, but somehow we got a garbled message on my email, something about the California fires and some sort of allegations, and I don't know. Sounds like a messy story. We really don't need to get into it at this point, but we will see him. I am joined by my buddy Mike the Blade Malzone.
We'll see him this week.
And yeah, you think he'll show up?
Yeah.
It's what the hell. I mean, it is Redskin
It is his
week.
show.
It is his show, and we are doing him a favor here, doing his show for him. But hey, we're not bitter about it. We roll with the punches, us two.
Nah.
So why don't we go right to the ball? We'll see what we're going to do this week, and maybe Dave will show up.
It's always the. And speaking of
Speaking of
rah
Dave
cheerleaders.
McCray.
Woo! Look who just came in. Can you zoom in on this kid?
Wow.
He's back.
So,
I was trying to find socks that would match since I know Mr. Malzone.
oh, well, that's always a very
Dave,
important
sit down
thing.
with us. Sit down with us.
Sit
Take
down.
a seat,
Come on.
I'm
David.
trying to put my microphone on.
Pretend like you know what's going on here.
Dave,
Come on.
welcome to your show. Sit down, buddy.
Thank you. Well, I don't know. After the ratings last week without me, I never got more emails to say, "Geez, will you bring that guy Murphy
Jeez, Dave,
on
your
and
show
stay
looks
home?"
great without you.
Yeah,
we
basically.
went up 3 rating points, but anyways, bring it back down to your level, Dave. We were just talking about Jacksonville and Indy, and you know, I blew everything last week taking Jacksonville, and I was sitting on top of the whole game, and coach is talking to me. He's like, I go, I'm not changing. My wife goes, you're so stubborn. I says, yeah. I says,
You know what? I'm going to tell you.
It's in, you know, Indy's
I
going to
was
win.
never more proud of you. Me and Coach, if you had to win by picking Indy,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
He refused to, and he could have changed his vote. We were talking
Like
about it,
voting for
but
Obama.
Oh, yeah, you get up to 5 minutes before the game.
I could do that. Just
don't
couldn't
make me
do it.
throw that political flag.
No,
Don't
no.
make me throw it.
I'm sorry.
Now-
I got a yellow flag on that
That
one.
was a yellow card.
Tell you, I'd much rather see you tie and go with your dignity than
Oh,
than
I just
sell
couldn't.
out, baby.
Yeah.
They didn't even.
Yep.
I'm still that upset that they won the Super Bowl last year because that was ours.
So
was
ours.
ours.
Yeah, and obviously
You're
the
up
Super Bowl
30
occurred 2
something
weeks
points
before the
at
real game.
halftime, and they get so panicky that they jack the heat up to 97 degrees in the dome. You know what? Choke on it.
Yeah, they
Tony
call some home
Dungy's
field.
got.
AIDS.
Tony Dungy's got.
AIDS.
Nah.
We actually had a picture of that last week with Dungy and
did.
I think
Herm
you just
Edwards.
started.
Hey, you know what? Can I time out 1 second here?
Of course you can.
I know it's football,
It is football.
but I got to give it up to McCray with his Red Sox because
Oh,
yeah,
Good for you,
yeah.
David.
Look at
Guess
you.
where I'm
you.
heading after this? Going to the old family homestead where I grew up, where my brother owns the house now, and going to watch the game in the same room we watched the '67 World Series.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but is
I
that
love
good?
it.
Yeah, 67.
They did
Now, if
lose
you
that,
said, if
Dave.
you
Yeah,
said
but
the
that was
04,
Dave,
possible.
Dave.
Oh, I went in 04 too, though. In fact, I was sitting in
Okay,
my mother's
okay,
living
you got
room
it. You
This
got
is
it.
past.
when
Yeah.
they won it.
Free pass, David.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can pass
Okay.
on that one. So that's nice, huh?
We just didn't want you to blow it for Red
Oh,
Sox
no,
Nation,
no,
but that's
04.
cool.
Yeah,
04,
you got enough
I
people
was
gunning
sitting
for you.
there.
You don't need that on your shoulder, my friend, okay?
Hey,
You just,
Excuse me? That was enough. We said 30 seconds.
yeah,
It was
man, we
fine.
already went 45 seconds. Okay,
Sorry
so,
about
yeah, another flag
Football
was going to
fans,
be
we
coming out.
apologize.
Sorry about that, folks. So anyway, just to finish off the last week's Fab Four games, the last one was Pats at the Dolphins. We all know what happened there.
Unsettling game, coach.
It was unsettling. So this week I've decided to change my own graphic because I was fighting around with yours and fighting around with his. So I'm now the coach from Cheers.
Nice.
Thank
Is
you.
that who that
Yeah,
was?
that's who it is. Yeah.
Coach, I do want
And Dave, I wanted to ask you what you
How
thought
do you
of
like you knew?
I love it.
it. Just looks like you do.
I'm looking, I can get T-shirts made up there.
That is
you know-
pretty cool.
Did you see the other ones that we had thrown up there for you?
Oh, I love the. You got to
Did you like the clown?
Oh, well, I don't know. if
That
I
was
saw
John
the
Wayne
clown.
Gacy, just in case.
No,
you were
no, that
wondering.
wasn't. I waited
Oh,
for
that
Dave
wasn't
to be
it?
here. No, that was
Why
wrong.
was it-
Michael, you're Richard Nixon this week. I don't know if you know. Look at that. I just saw the peace symbol. That's one of your favorite symbols.
You had me as the hunter guy, Bugs Bunny.
Oh, yeah, Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
I
Elmer
like
Fudd.
that.
This week, now our leaderboard. This is Pogo the clown, And that
That
was
is
what John
John
Wayne
Wayne
Gacy
Gacy.
used to be as Pogo the
Coach,
Clown.
I'm upset with that.
See, I thought that one would catch your nerve.
And I also don't like that you put me 0-4 last week.
Well,
when
we can
Did you get your
negotiate.
picks in?
We can negotiate.
Would you believe I missed the 1 o'clock?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Well, of course we can. Dave.
But real quick, just to finish so I'm now the coach of the coach fame.
Oh, I like
Craig T. Nelson, good
show,
guy,
good
right?
show.
And of course, you're Springer, man. That's Jerry Springer on Dancing with the Stars, and
I don't know what the comparison is, but God bless Jerry
Well,
Springer. He's
why-
got a great show.
He's
19
got a great
years
show,
running.
and he's former mayor of Cincinnati. Coach is the coach, won the national championship.
right, couple.
And this guy's a mass murderer who had a thing for little boys. Coach, no offense. I
Doesn't seem to add up, does it, Dave?
No, it doesn't. He's
Well,
Do you have another one for him?
I had other ones, but see, it kept getting worse. The longer you were later, I kept changing, and it started out with just a nice, kind of cartoon, multiple sports
Hey,
guy, and then it
if
went to
if I ever
Wayne
run-
Gacy, and then
If I ever run for election again, keep that. We may want to use that. Yeah, I would
Oh,
appreciate it,
stop it.
though. All kidding aside, next week.
yeah, no
You know
problem.
what I mean? At least
Yeah.
if you want to make me the cowboy there.
The gay cowboy.
Well,
Well,
at least there I got pecs going, But here, Jesus.
there's a fine line between pecs and breasts, my friends. But hey, let's not get into that. That's another flag on the play. Wow, Dave, you come
15 yards.
crashing in here, man, and you
That's 15
energized
yards.
this floor.
You'll never come in late again, will ya?
No, I'll never miss a show. Why do you think I'm here after last week? He puts me at 0-4.
Yeah.
You guys got me as Alma Fudd. He's got me as the cowboy in that thing. Oh, it wasn't
We
nice.
love you, pal. Can you
love-
tell? Can you feel the love?
I love the suspender guy, though.
Wasn't that good, huh?
That's me.
Yeah, my kids directed me to a site that had all different icons, and there's Dave. I got you. So those shirts will come together before the end of this year. Mark my words, Dave.
The angry Dave McCray shirt.
Hey, so let's go to the board and see who won this week, because this is really cool.
Dave
Once
won.
again, we've got the Vince
Oh, he
Lombardi
didn't get any
Trophy.
picks in.
Oh, I didn't get the 1 o'clock picks.
Week 7 winner. Wait for it. It's Mike Malzone. The Blade won it this
boy.
week.
You know,
But he was tied by
I was tied.
Cloud City Landos, who happens to be Bobby Wallace, my son.
Can
His
you
boy
ask
and his
for
dog.
any better bloodlines winning this
You
week?
know,
at that,
I was
huh?
so
Yeah, you would have had it alone, by the way, if you had picked Indy.
right.
Bobby
And
get to tie you by having
everyone
Indy.
that came to tie me had Indy, and I knew all I had to do was change my pick.
I don't.
I'd rather cut off my other hand.
Wow. Does that
And I'd
give you-
rather resign under pressure. It ain't happening. We're gonna be kicked out and we're gonna lose. It ain't happening.
Take it like men.
We're gonna take it like men.
Cloud City Landos, any meaning
Good to
to
be a
that,
man,
Coach?
ain't it, Dave?
Yeah. It's
Coach?
like, I got more out of that quote. It's nice to be a man.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Cloud City Landos.
Yeah, that supposedly is his Xbox team name, and he went
That's
with
enough.
it.
That's enough.
You know,
Yeah,
football. There we go.
but of course, I do want to just take a little moment
Got
there.
it.
How about Cartman the Wonder Dog?
Great dog.
That
Nice
dog
dog.
is just vicious as they come. He will bite your face
I went
off.
to Korea once and I got a great recipe for dog.
Oh, this-
Sometime if he ever acts up, maybe we can.
This could
Oh,
be
I
some
forgot.
good eating.
I'm
huh?
only kidding.
That's
I'm
not
only
funny.
kidding.
Wrong with you?
Please
Wrong
don't
with you?
send me emails. I was just joking.
Football.
I'm sorry.
Me and Coach obviously watched the game together on Sunday.
On
And-
high
and
definition for the first
when
time
they-
ever. That
when
was
they-
awesome.
Yeah, when they pulled Brady out and they put Castle in,
I wouldn't know. Mike has never invited me to his house.
you got too busy. You don't even answer the phone anymore.
Someone was busy at that time. Just let you know,
Now,
for the record.
we discussed after.
If I schlep and ride to $39 a pop, tell me how busy you are trying to make 11. Continue. I digress.
When they pull Brady and they put Castle and he throws his pick and we're sitting there, we crack another beer, we're a little disappointed through the pick because we gave up 7. We see Brady come back in and we have the discussion that we always knew Belichick was a hard ass. No doubt about it, it's all business. Did you, Dave, think that he was that hard that when he threw a pick, take your helmet off, take your cleats off, sit back down, and he put Brady back out?
Unheard of.
Honestly, we were floored. We were still up.
And then when they put the next guy in, it wasn't him. It was the number 3.
Yeah.
That I could understand, but going back to Tom Brady, we were like,
Putting your starter back on, and it made every bit of sense as he explained himself. He was
Oh,
two
he was
scores
never
down.
better when they tried to hit him with that snotty little remark
yeah.
from every poor.
And
He said, hey,
every-
this is the NFL boys.
Well, anyway, I'm very happy to welcome Week 2's winners,
winners.
Mr. Mikey McGrath and Mr. Jerry the Hammer Murphy.
Thanks for coming, boys. Thanks a lot.
Welcome, folks. Well,
for having
you are both first-time players in the pool. and you both decided on your first week to go right to the top and take the big mugs. What do you owe your winning strategy to?
Well, as a Murphy brother, needed to follow my brother's footsteps. As the Blade pointed out, with Shove winning last week, me winning this week, we're gonna keep it in the family, and good luck to the rest of you. I gotta tell you.
Nice. So
Couple of mugs in the family already.
Couple of mugs in the family.
We're not talking
Couple
about the
ugly
ones
mugs in the family.
Not talking about the ones at the post office. Couple of winners.
And Mikey, what do you think? What do you just kind of right off the cuff? You jump into a 14 and 16 or 14 out of 16 teams. That's fantastic.
Yeah, just have to go with the underdog sometime.
Right, not always go with the favorite, huh?
Yeah.
Words to live by, people. Words to live by.
Get ahead of the rest.
Well, what?
Would you like to let them take a good look at this?
Oh, absolutely.
Seeing that there.
Thanks.
Already winners here.
And I noticed Jerry pouring something out of a brown bag into his mug. I don't know if it's,
This is truly an honor. Truly an honor, and I'll cherish it forever.
that's
Thanks,
fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, again, one of the benefits of being a winner is we get to bring you on the show, and we get to help us pick the Fab Four. So we've assigned what we think are going to be the 4 best games for next week. We bring them up, and then we all go around and pretty much tell you, give the viewers a little bit of insight, and hopefully give them a couple of free picks so they can maybe someday, like yourselves, get on TV and be big Merrimack TV stars.
And we can use them for cheat sheets.
Absolutely. There's an upside everywhere you look here. So with that, let's go into the Fab Four. I want to move right along.
Fab Four.
This week's Fab Four, we have Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. We have the Giants at Seattle. We have Denver coming into New England for a change instead of us going out to Denver, as it usually is. And the fourth game is Atlanta going down to see the New Orleans Superdome and Reggie Bush. So what we'll do is we'll start out with Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think that's
like a tough team, huh?
He's a very, very tough Bengal. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's the YMCA guy's friend, maybe. I'm not sure.
There's something up there in Pittsburgh, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
gotta be the water.
That must be a steel nipple ring. that's
Glad I'm going with Cincinnati.
Me too.
So Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Mikey, Cincinnati, huh? Yeah, I guess it's hard to go with the strolling Steeler there. I'm going to go with Cincinnati as well. Let's make it a consensus pick, why don't we?
I think Pittsburgh coming up that short week too. They had
Yeah.
a tough game against Jacksonville last night. If you guys had a chance to see it, very
Short-
physical.
short week.
I don't think Ben's back to his normal self anyways, and Cincinnati's playing good. So I'm comfortable with that pick regardless of the
Yeah.
graphic that we have.
It's scary graphics.
All right, so we'll go to the next game, which means the New York Giants. And I think we have the Jolly Green Giant there representing
There you go.
our friends from New York.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Seattle Seagulls. I see that
Oh,
there's...
yes. Is that a seagull?
Well, it's a sparrow. I
It
think
is a Seahawk.
it's a Seahawk, I think is what it is.
Family
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
Seahawk.
It's a young offspring of a Seahawk, maybe.
Giants pulled that out last week against Philadelphia.
That was
Well,
close.
Yeah,
that
it wasn't that crazy,
Big
huh?
comeback.
Yeah.
Big comeback.
Are they that good to go up into Seattle?
Well, if you win that game, I guess you are that good, right? I mean, that's.
If-
I look for a reason to say no to that, Mike.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
won the game.
think that they're good, Mike. I mean, they're off to a good start, but that's a long road trip out in Seattle, which is another good team. So
Yeah.
Having just come back from the West Coast, you must be
I-
aware of that
I
fight.
gotta I gotta go Seattle, but you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants. I don't want to be on the fence here, but if the Giants pull that out, it's not a big shock. But I think I'm gonna go with the home team on this one.
Gonna go with the Seagulls.
I'm
Mikey,
going to go
what
with
do
the
you think?
Seahawks, too.
Gonna go with the local team, huh?
Yep.
Quit copying me.
The third game in a Fab Four pits the Mr. Red Denver Broncos
The Donkeys.
against our 3-time Super Bowl world champion
Look at that
Pat
logo. Bring
Patriots.
them back, Mr. Kraft, will you please?
And that's it's so nice to be able to play this team locally instead of in Denver. And fellas, I think maybe a little sidebar here. We actually went out to Denver the last Monday night game.
Sick.
That,
Sick.
that was
We did it.
that was
We
a
had to
crazy
talk about
time.
that, which is even more surprising.
We went out there. We saw them
did
lose to Denver, and ultimately we couldn't even get the local fans to even talk trash with us. I mean, they were just so nice. It was really
Too nice for a football game.
way too
And I think
nice.
you're being kind by saying we lost. I mean, that was
Yeah.
a rough out. We had a great time.
Great
before
time.
and after the game, but during the game,
The ride to the game.
that was a rough game. They just got slaughtered. It looked terrible, but you're right. The fans just had no reaction to us being obnoxious, and that was a little disappointing.
Bottom line, they're in Foxborough for a change, which is really nice because it seems like we're always out in Denver
now it's their turn to come out here because that's a tough place to play football. Really was.
Absolutely. And this is the game, let's face it. When the schedule came out, this is the one we all circled, the
Chomping
one we all
at the
looked
bit.
at. This is the revenge game. And
The plate
I'm
was
sure-
set for us last year.
Indeed. And you know the players have used all off season to get ready for this game. Belichick he doesn't want to lose to Shanahan again. I think he's tired of that. So, I mean, I like the Pats, clearly.
If I may, I don't think Belichick lost to Shanahan last year. The coach had the players in position to win